Well, good morning, ECSers. Hey, I want to start off by giving props to Lynn Tram and Lyndon Nguyen for catching my mistake. If you look up here, when I had set up my filter, I had actually put it in and stopped it at E39. So it wasn't picking up this last pedestrian count. That's why it wasn't displaying it over here. And to deal with another issue, when that happened, I just typed in these numbers over here. But when I sorted this, these numbers were not connected, so they were out of order. So the way you fix that is by just changing that E to an F, and it should display all the data properly. So what we're going to be doing today, ladies and gents, is we are going to be using the longitude and the latitude to plot all of these locations on a Google map. Then we're going to differentiate each one of these locations depending on the type so that we can see visually how all of these things lay out. So let's get started, ladies and gents. The first thing I want to do is show you what your end product is going to look like. If you look over here, you can see we've got all of the different street names, and as I roll over them, they highlight on the map exactly where they are. Also, these are being, the colors differentiate based on what type of bike lane they have. So the first 20 here in red are none. Then we have 7 with a bike route, 6 with a bike path, and 5 with a bike lane. And as you can see, when you roll on those, it will highlight them so you can actually see where they are. All right, so this is what we're going to be working on. So the first thing you want to do, let's go back to the assignment here, is you want to download a clean version of the LA Bike data. That's my 2-year-old. Then you want to open up the My Maps. The My Maps is what you're going to see here. And let me get back. Then you can click the help screen here. It'll bring you to a screen here that's going to show you how to create and open maps, how to share a map, some good information on working with My Maps. All right, so you should now have the LA Bike data open and the My Maps open. So I'm going to start over here with a blank My Map. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to import our data. So that way we don't have to enter it in by hand. We're going to be using our CSV file. So I'm going to click on Import. I'm going to navigate to my Google Drive to find the correct file. Yours is probably in downloads if you just downloaded yours. And files and LA Bike data. All right. So choose the columns to position your place marks. So this is where we're going to set up our longitude and latitude. So make sure that you've clicked on longitude and latitude. Hit continue. Then it wants titles. Well, we're going to use the street names as the title. So I'm going to click on name and we're going to click on finish. It's now loading up the data. You can see that it is loading right here. And eventually it's going to map it. There it is. So you can see we have all of the different intersections that were in the file. And right now they're all set to a uniform style. But I want to differentiate those. So I'm going to click on uniform style and we are going to select by type because I want to see the different types. Click on that. So you can see they gave us different colors for the different types. So if I zoom in here a little bit, well, heck, we can just close this and see. Why did they select the same color green for both of these? I'm not sure. But I am going to change that to, let's go with a red color. There's also little icons down here if you wanted to. So this one says, whoops, let me come back here. The one that says none, if we wanted to, we could change it so that it's just got, oh, got a guy walking here. So it's going to show people walking, right? We could use the bikes. We don't have enough different bikes to differentiate all of these things. So I am going to, oh God, let me see, Control Z, yes, to get those back. All right, so we can easily see where all of these are. If I click on, whoops, base map, you can change it to different views. I like the one that we have here, so I'm just going to leave that alone. And you can get a more detailed list of all of the different street names by clicking that little drop down. But here you go, ladies and gents. You can now visually see where all of the different locations were that they surveyed. And all of the green ones, let me close this, all of the green ones had no route. The red ones had a bike route. The yellow ones have a bike path. And the purple actually give you a full bike lane. So there you go, ladies and gents. We have just titled our map. So your assignment is inside of Canvas. This is what we did together, part 1. Then for part 2, you're going to think of 5 places you regularly visit. Obviously, home and school are going to be 2 of them. And let's think in terms of before the coronavirus hit, so that, because we're all on lockdown right now, we're not going anywhere. So places you used to visit. So you're going to create 5 of them. I created a starter spreadsheet just to keep you organized. So you want to click on the starter spreadsheet, which is going to look like this. So you're going to put in the name of the location, say home, enter in your address, and then you're going to locate the longitude and latitude for that particular address. How are you going to do that? Go back to the assignment. I have a converter where it will convert an address into longitude and latitude. That's going to be this one here. It's really easy to use, ladies and gents. All you have to do is type in the address here. So put in the street number, the street name, and zip code, and it will give you the address. So let's say I have the school address right here, right? And I click find. A bot's detected. What are you talking about? I'm not a bot. That was weird. Let me take out, I think, yeah. You can't have any numbers in there. I was playing around with it. So once I remove those numbers, click find. It gives me the longitude and the latitude, which then you enter into your spreadsheet here. Then you use that spreadsheet to then map the different locations that you go to. So at the end, what you're going to do is you are going to submit a shareable link through Canvas to the map that you created. And that's what I'm going to be grading. So good luck, ladies and gents. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and email those to me, and I will respond as soon as possible. All right. Happy Tuesday, ladies and gents. Hope all is well.